We may not have thought about air quality until our very lives depended on it. In this pandemic, there's no taking breathing for granted. But prioritizing what we breathe is about much more than COVID-19. In fact, worldwide, poor air quality has a $2.9 trillion economic cost. That's 3.3% of the world's GDP, and the human cost is incalculable. It comes down to this. Can managing air quality make the places and spaces we live safer? When someone is infected with a virus, bits of it can escape from their mouth or nose in liquid particles. The smallest of those droplets can travel or remain suspended in the air. That's why masks are critical, part of the clean air ecosystem, the interconnected steps we take to protect ourselves and the people around us from the virus. But take a deep breath. You just inhaled oxygen, other gases, and tiny particles, which may be viruses and bacteria, but could also include pollution like smog and smoke, harmful in their own right. How can all of these be combated?
My name is Jeff Crosby, and I've been working in filtration for almost 30 years. My job is to look at global air quality issues and apply filtration solutions as part of Lydall's mission to make the world a safer, healthier, and cleaner place.
Lydall has nearly a century of experience manufacturing specialty filtration products. These filtration materials, such as melt-blown fabrics, are used in everything from hospitals and airports to schools and homes, down to individual masks. But they all work on a few core principles.
A filter is a controlled leak. We want to let air pass through easily while controlling the types and sizes of particles that get through. The concept is simple, but as designers, we're always fighting the battle of how do we remove a lot of particles from the air and make something that's breathable, but that's where that gets complex. We have to design three-dimensional structures that have enough fibers of the right type and dimensions to let air through easily, but still catch the majority of dangerous particles, and that's the very hard part.
Particles in the air can be big enough to be visible, or so small they can only be detected with an electron microscope. Air filters catch large particles by trapping them in the same way that bits of food get caught by your kitchen strainer. Mid-sized particles are intercepted because they get snagged on the fiber when they touch it. The smallest ones are so tiny they may fly right through a filter, but because they're so small, they get knocked around by molecules of gas. This Brownian motion causes them to zigzag and stick to the filter. These air filtration principles can shield our entire air ecosystem, everything from allergens to viruses to smoke. And when asthma cases are rising, wildfires are breaking records, and an airborne virus is shaking the global economy, it's more clear than ever that multiple points of protection are needed. In front of our faces, in our rooms, in our buildings, and beyond. That's why the Center for Disease Control recommends that commercial buildings upgrade the filters in their HVAC systems.
We can manage our air quality. We know how to do this. For us to get back to some sense of normal, we're going to have to use masks. We're going to have to use better ventilation. We're going to have to filter our indoor air. Lydall solutions will help us move back towards normal. These are tools we're putting into place every day.
As we work towards a safer, healthier world, clean air will be a key piece of the puzzle. With a multi-layered approach and the right systems in place, the places and spaces we live and work can come back stronger than ever.